Ani motu tempun typhoon, haji gaigi sad mena, gohu. Ani motu sti pandemic, haji on lili, kada dia ujung, gohu. Haji man gaigi in the first responder, gohu. Safa, say puntanti puro mali. Again, there's nothing to hide.
In the fiscal year after Super Typhoon Yutu, while most people were suffering here, he barely stayed on island in the weeks and months after our islands were completely destroyed. He and his wife flew approximately 16 times, traveling, dining, and shopping extravagantly at taxpayer expense. Since becoming governor, Ralph Torres has taken over 100 trips by plane. He has also gone out on at least 85 trips by boat and cost the government approximately $500,000 for himself alone. With all these travels by air and sea, when did the governor ever find time to govern? So much for nothing to hide. The boating trip that really takes the cake was the governor's 3-week expedition to the Northern Islands in the middle of the pandemic. Deer were released into the wild illegally, the beach was set on fire. He had DPS search and rescue boats, utility vehicles, and police officers with Governor Torres on vacation with family and friends, fishing, eating, and enjoying our beautiful Northern Islands at taxpayer expense.
Holy smoke. Wow, this is awesome.
Like that?
Mm-hmm.
Governor Ralph Torres, can you give us a word, please?
Not right now. My arm's tired.
This message is approved and paid for by the committee to elect Christina Sablon and Layla Staffler.
We have thousands watching.
Who cares?
What?
Who cares?
What?
Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? You as a blogger or a YouTuber, who cares?
Well,
move on, move on, move on.
You move on.
Move on.
You move on.
You move on. This is our waving.
This is your what?
This is our waving. Move on.
Ma'am, I'm not being rude to you.
Move on.
But I'm not being rude to you.
Move on, move on.
All I did was ask you a question.
No, I don't want to answer.
All right, but you don't want to answer. That's fine. But you don't tell me what to do, ma'am.
Move on.
You don't tell me what to do.
Move on.
You don't tell me what to do.
Move on.
You're acting like a Karen. You move on.
Move on.
No, you're a Karen. That's disrespectful. You just made it to the first person that disrespected me in Saipan, and I've been here for a month.
You don't know me.
I know you right now.
Move on.
I know.
Move on.
I know.
Move on.
I'm not. Don't scream at me. Okay. You're crazy. All right, guys, so here you go. These people are exercising their First Amendment, but trying to get me to stop my First Amendment. Yeah, there I go. That's exactly what you're exercising right now, ma'am. That's exactly what you're exercising right now. You don't even know your rights.
Buenas to all of Karen land out there. My name is Troy Torres.
Danielle Baza.
Vicky Lynn Turgado.
Welcome to Guam, our very own Kandit Commonwealth General Manager, Vicky Lynn Manglotnia Teragedzu. You know, so Vicky Lynn's our longtime friend, and for the past couple of years, she has been helping us to establish our presence in the Commonwealth, and we're extremely grateful to her for that. She has not been to Guam in quite a while, and so when she came here, we were like, we got to get her on the show because we got all things Commonwealth to talk about.
Yeah.
So how's your trip back to Guam been so far?
Man, my driver's kind of like.
Hey, you have a driver?
What? Whoever's
Wow.
driving me, well, it's Danielle. It's like everywhere, right? So I go into the car and I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna sleep. I feel like it just feels like a long ride, and it's not even that long. Like it's not supposed to be, at least.
Traffic sucks, huh? Here compared to Saipan.
Like Saipan doesn't have traffic.
Saipan doesn't. You know, I don't have road rage in Saipan. One of the things that I just love about that place.
No, except for the last day.
I was tired.
Except for the last
I was tired. And we had to drive to the north. All right, so
We're not talking about
He's
that.
like dismissed.
so that clip that you just saw was Vivian Seaman Taitano.
No, Saman.
Oh, pardon me, it's spelled Seaman. Vivian Seman, sorry. Sorry, Lai. Vivian Seman Taitano, and it was at the wave leading up to the rally for Torres Sublan, right? And that video was taken by a guy named Anselmo Enrique Torres,
Yes.
who comes from Puerto Rico, right?
Yes.
And he came to the CNMI. He came to Saipan to do a documentary called.
No, he has this YouTube channel. It's Auditing America, so he goes everywhere. So I guess after Guam, he came to Saipan, and that's what he got.
Oh, he was on Guam?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did he do any videos about Guam First Amendment? There's lots of First Amendment violations
there
here.
is. He said there's a lot, and he just hasn't posted them yet. But
Oh,
he will.
I cannot wait
I
for
guess
that.
because the internet's so slow, right?
So please don't say which company. Please,
I'm not.
let's not say which
Sorry.
company. All right, so the clip that you just saw that Zach just put up was of Mr. Torres, and it's a clip from Vicky Lynn's interview of you call him Enrique, right?
Yeah.
And you actually spent a couple of days interviewing him, right?
Yes.
Can you tell us more about the interview?
Well, it was just basically trying to get to know him and what he does, why he does it. He likes his work. He's very passionate about it.
Why?
I guess he got arrested and he
Okay.
felt like they violated his constitutional rights, and he just didn't want it to happen. He said he has 4 daughters and he just wants the world to be a better place in that sense. Or
Oh, that's
for him to-
interesting.
yeah.
That is very interesting. Okay. How old did you know
No,
how old
and
he
you
is?
want to know what he got arrested for?
What?
Driving without a license.
You can get arrested for that?
Yeah, that's what I was like.
Where? Where was
happens.
that?
I think it was Florida.
You can get arrested for driving without a license in Florida?
I guess.
I don't
What
want
was
to go to
that one
Florida.
incident he was talking about where he got him humiliated? And he was like, what about... I don't know. There was one of your clips where he was talking about where he got arrested. I think it was in Florida, too. And he said he was humiliated and everyone was clapping in the DMV.
And then they dropped the case or something. The judge dropped the case. It was, I think that was the one, that rap sheet that he's got going around.
So, okay, so there are people who are trying to discredit him because he is going out and he's exposing. I mean, this is something we're used to. All 3 of us and our mug shots everywhere.
Yeah, mine's horrible.
I love my mug shot. I'm skinny in it.
Wow.
I don't remember what your mug shot looks like. I
I was
remember
like,
Danielle's mug shot. Danielle has like the best of all perp walks ever.
Dude, what can you do? Like, what really can you do?
But people, superstars, exactly. People try to use it. So when you're going out there and you're trying to expose whatever, the people in power, they don't like that. So they got their research going and they'll use whatever against you, right? So we're used to that. So this guy, they're doing it to him. They're spreading around his rap sheet.
Yeah.
Arrested for driving without a license.
Yeah,
That's
no, yeah,
that's
see-
not even gangster.
It's not. That's kind of embarrassing. Don't say that again. But he's the rap sheet that he's got going around is not being arrested by without having a license. It's about his children's mother.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was more like a personal thing, and they just blew it up.
Well, the reason that they're doing this because he's come to the CNMI. I didn't know he came to Guam, so there's probably stuff that he's going to expose about Guam. I can't wait for that. There's a lot to expose here for sure. And God bless him for doing so. God bless him for coming into... basically, these are foreign lands to him. I mean, it's America, right? But this is far from home. And he's run into some resistance. You saw from Vivian Seman Taisino. She says, go home, you're not welcome here. But it's not just her. What were we gonna say? Sorry.
They like say like that, like he's not allowed to be there. The way it was just. Didn't you guys feel like they were saying it? Even the guys at the end of the video, if you watch the whole video, they're like, "This is our island." Like,
yeah,
no, it's still America though.
And he makes that point. He says, "No, this is my place too. This is America, and we all live in America." And it's a very good point actually. But people are going after him because he has exposed some ugliness. I believe there was a video of him at the mayor's office. If I'm not mistaken, and some ugly things were said to him.
Yeah, but he told me afterwards the guy came out and apologized. So
good.
Yeah.
That really makes all the difference. That really does. Yeah. And then there's this guy's good. He caught the former director of corrections, Georgia Cabrera, on video threatening to assault him. Like, I don't know. That has to be a crime in the CNMI, right?
Well, she's Georgia, and I don't know which was worse, the Vivian video or the Vivian part or the Georgia part.
Well, I think the more irritating one is the Vivian one because she just kept repeating the same thing over and over again, and then the voice, the octave, and all that.
I think so. I think Georgia's mustache was pretty irritating.
Let's play the Georgia.
I thought it was a man. I really did. I just say George.
I'm like, no, Georgia.
When we were in Saipan, these two, man, they would go off on their own, and I'm like, what are they up to? They're getting in trouble. I know it. Let's play the Georgia Cabrera video.
Oh man, here we go.
What's the best thing the governor has to offer for the people in Saipan? Do you know? Well, I'm definitely not voting for him.
Oh, that's your option. That's your prerogative. That's your right.
Well, you know,
vote whoever you want.
He's not separating the citizens when they come into Saipan.
I don't want to be recorded.
I'm exercising the same right that you are.
Yeah, so remove your camera. Remove your camera.
Why?
I'm recording and I don't want you to record me.
Okay, but why are you being rude?
I'm not being rude. You're the one.
I'm asking you about what you're doing here.
The governor's my candidate.
Okay.
And I'm going to vote for him.
Okay, that's fine. But
He
okay,
has done so much for these islands.
Okay.
Okay. You're just new here.
Okay.
You don't know what he's been through.
Well.
What he's done for the
Okay. Okay, but why are you walking up to me like that?
Because I told you to remove that.
So what are you gonna do?
You want me to take that phone and break it?
You're not gonna do that. No, you're not. You're not gonna do that. Don't touch me, please. You're not gonna do that. Don't touch me, please. Don't touch me, please. Don't touch me, please.
Nobody's touching you.
Yes. You're harassing me. And all I asked was a question.
You're the one who's harassing.
All I asked was a question.
Let him move, dude, because I am
You're being rude.
with your shit.
Well, I'm protesting you. So
Go back to Florida.
you go back to wherever you came from.
I'm from here.
And I'm from here too. This is America. This is America. That's why you're standing here exercising your freedom of speech. Because this is America.
This is America.
It is.
I serve my country.
Okay, me
The
too.
United of A.
Me too.
Okay?
Me too.
Let him move before I take your camera and I'm going to break
I dare you to do that.
Let him move before I take your camera and I'm going to break
I dare you to do that.
No, you don't want.
You're not going to do that. You're violent. You're violent. You're violent. You are. No, you are.
You're a piece of shit.
You are.
You are.
Don't touch me.
Oh, fuck that.
Don't you touch me.
Huh?
Don't
You're
you touch me.
intimidating me.
No, I'm not.
You're provoking me.
You're walking
you
up
want
to
to
me.
get the hell out?
You're walking up to me. Why is he touching me? What's wrong with her?
What's going on?
She's trying to attack me.
Who?
The lady over there.
She doesn't want to be recorded.
Correct.
Yeah, she doesn't.
But that's not her.
Hey, Donna. Hey.
Please, but give me a second. Give me a second.
Donna, you're on island. You're on
Okay,
island.
I understand, but please
Okay.
don't touch me. Please don't touch me.
I'm telling you, you're on island.
Okay, good. I'm from the island too.
You're not fucking from the island. They get the fuck out of here.
Please don't touch me. Please don't touch me. Please don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. These people are violent. What the?
These people are violent.
Yeah.
Violent.
Oh
And
my
you see,
goodness.
it's so sad because now he's referring to Chamorros in general. Like, I'm not.
Because that's the experience you got. Well, he did make the point. In the Vivian Semen Taitino video, he said, "You're the first person who's disrespected me here in Saipan." And he had been there for a few days already. So obviously, he had a very good impression of the people of the Commonwealth when he got there. It wasn't until he went to this rally or this motorcade or wave.
So happened to be a Republican one.
A Republican wave.
Man.
Sorry. Oops, was I not supposed to do that?
No, that's fine. Say whatever you want. So just don't cuss. So election season is always heated, I guess, both in the Commonwealth and on Guam. It's heated here. I mean, people are just saying some wild things. If you look at the comment section anywhere on Facebook, people are getting wild. They're just going at it with each other. You know, the back and forth between the Lou camp and the Felix camp, between the Ralph camp and the Arnold camp and the Tina camp. I mean, I know, but it's so sad. And for this guy to be like, these people are violent, you know, like.
Awful.
Did she actually touch his phone or his person?
Her phone did. Like, you know when she was going like this, she actually made contact. It was what he told me.
Oh, wow. Is he filing a report or anything?
He did.
He filed a police report?
He had to wait until 2 a.m. because he was afraid that, like, if he would have gone there right after, they would, I don't know, I guess he was afraid of Georgia.
There's a comment of someone that says that, that he went there. Someone made this comment. He went there because of reports to police.
Responded to the concerned citizen who videoed the police?
He responded to the concerned citizen who videoed the police. That's an interesting. Did he say anything about that? About wanting to defend someone who videoed the police about something?
He just told me, and I was with him. Like, I think the Republican one was a day before the Democratic one, so I was with him at the Democratic one, and he didn't say anything about that. No.
How was his? Did he go to the Arnold and Dave?
Yes.
Camp, and how was his experience there?
Sorry, not
did he go to the independent camp?
Yes, everyone was really nice to him.
Okay, that's good. Yeah. That's good. And you know, I've met a lot of people from the independent camp. And they are all very nice, and as well as the Democrat camp, they're all very nice. You know, like I never felt unwelcome among them. As a matter of fact, I met Vince Torres, and for the second time, Kim Hines, and they were nice to me as well. Well, the first time I saw Vince Torres, he ignored me. He walked out the gym, but the second time he was nice. He said hi and everything. You people are generally nice, so you know it's kind of sad to see how he was treated. Now. I want to introduce something into the conversation to show just how different politics can be between Guam and the CNMI. And I just have to say, Saipan don't play. Saipan they don't mess around, all right? So on Guam, we do really stupid things, like we vandalize billboards, like this billboard of Roy Kinata. Someone overnight went around and posted. They actually had this, and the Roy Kinata signs they're gigantic, all right? So imagine how big that sticker is of the hamburger. Someone one night went all around Guam and put up hamburger stickers on Roy Kinata's, and this guy's genius, all right? After that, he went and he does that look like a Whopper, like a Burger King Whopper that he has there? He holds up a Whopper in front of his sign and puts it up and says something like, you know, we don't need these negative vibes. We're here to be positive for the people. It was a genius move. Yeah. But this is and this is like
resilient.
Well, this is like a PG-13, or no, this is like a rated G of what people do to vandalize signs around. There's other stuff where people like on the Josh Tenorio face, they'll draw, you know, the private part we're thinking of, right? They'll draw a private part going to his mouth. You know, people will like rip signs, they'll burn signs, they'll use super soakers to put paint on. I mean, there's all kinds of vandalism that happens on Guam, but in the CNMI, they billboard
and we take it down.
You record it and take it down?
Yeah, remember that one?
No.
There's a recording of someone taking down the sign.
Oh, Rowena. That's right. She recorded her. Someone recorded her taking down the sign.
That's what we do. We record it and we post it.
No, but the level of discourse is just, it's a lot healthier. Because you have things like someone, and we don't know who yet, who actually made billboards of Ralph Torres's water and power bill.
Oh my God.
And there's a story behind this. When we come back from this commercial break, we'll tell you about this story, and we're going to talk more about the election, the K-pop travel fiasco to the CNMI, and we'll talk about more of this stuff when we come back from a commercial break. Stick with us. We're having fun.
Representative John Paul was instrumental in the success of NMTI. He was always there when we needed real help. Books, tools, equipment, even buses were all possible through his leadership. To reduce drug-related crime and recidivism, he co-sponsored legislation that established CNMI Drug Court. Director Manny Castro started his career at NMC in 2009. This was during the college's most difficult time when it was in danger of losing its accreditation. Always thinking in terms of possibilities and opportunities, Manny brings a high level of intellectual ability and innovation in all that he does, along with an ability to apply his knowledge to real-world situations. It's no coincidence that NMC continued growth in students enrollment coincides with Director Manny's initiative and effort. John Paul and Manny are humble men that have always taken a personal interest in the long-term development of our people. This election, please vote John Paul Palacios Sablan and Manny Gregory Tenorio Castro, Precinct 2 candidate for CNMI House of Representatives.
We went house to house last Saturday, and I came to this house where just a young man out there. He's an educated man, so he said many of his friends look at these three candidates for governor in this way. He said they look at Governor Torres and he say iPhone broken. Then they look at Lieutenant Governor Palacios and he said refurbished iPhone. Then when you look at Tina, it's brand new. A choice, I mean, what's holding you back? She's hardworking, she's very smart. Very smart. She's our best hope. I really hope the people realize the seriousness of the mess we're in. One thing I ask is, so after ARPA, then what? Because we're spending government funds and resources with no regard for whether this will have as much impact on the well-being of the Commonwealth people. We're gotta start fixing it, you know. Sometimes people say, the problem is too large. No, it's not. It's not. We can fix it. Because if we don't worry about fixing our problems, then what are we?
This message is approved and paid for by the committee to elect Christina Sablan and Layla Staffler.
Terong ani kami resong mar me reilumar ngang urusan lino meta olopai. Imusan tangar malilu ngani kami masal ngani kami babu fiti le iti Selena Roberto Babauta bobotolong boye nice Congress nomor nyan balad nge ruo automatically nomor nyan balad nge ruo melan November 8 lan maram musik kemutingan ni au sihi uri ululu nyan ngang melan House of Representatives eseb mesah hibura hi wana charmalian ye wikita ngai rala mikaga tanganigis meas government e balsenir me eno precinct 2 e balamonar alinger sakana we e sabior pe fermo melan fanu kafanwas e wana te e hi lukametaka e keira boba mala pe fermo melan nas government I Oyas hero balan fanu kafanwas bali ye hero ato taboye ia musenegi me ba to taboye busiu ato lenge Selina Roberto Babauta nomoro ruo lanyan balat bisi bu ato lenge webono boye as senator lan election sikkim matengene lan November Gilisso ngani kami resa omar merelu mar. Gilisso.
I believe you have a shout out to
Yes, yes. Hi, Tenta.
That's your sister?
Yes.
Hi.
Hi, Tenta. Is she the one in Tinian or?
Yes.
Okay. Hi, Tenta.
Yeah.
And hi to Vikilin's mom and stepdad.
What? Okay, guys, that's enough.
All right. Okay, so can you put they're the two images. Someone made two billboards, like gigantic billboards in Saipan.
Genius.
It was genius idea of Ralph Torres's power bill, showing like how much in arrears that he has, and the Commonwealth Utilities Commission still allows him to have power and water at his house. Because if anybody had a bill that was even 1% of that,
you'd get disconnected.
You get disconnected right away. And 1% of that would be what? Is it $119 or 1,100? You're the smart one, Vicky Lynn. What's the math on this?
I'm horrible at this.
Don't lie.
No.
You graduated from high school when you were 14.
Shut up. So you do so you have to minus their security deposit, and I think for power it's like $350.
That is nothing compared to $119,229.23.
Minus the security deposit, guys.
I think you moved the decimal 2 points to the left. 1, 2. So $1,192. If you had arrears of $1,192, you would absolutely be disconnected.
Yeah.
If you had arrears of $119, you would absolutely be disconnected.
I think no, because it counts like with your security deposit.
Oh, security deposit.
If you go above your security deposit, then you get.
Then they'll cut it. Okay,
yeah.
so if you have an arrears of $351, you'll get disconnected.
I think so.
Okay.
That was before when I was working at CUC, so I don't know.
And then here's another gigantic billboard showing how much he spent in one trip on first class travel and accommodations on the Commonwealth dime. And so there's a story to this. Someone made this, and all of a sudden the Commonwealth government is trying to stop this from being shown around Saipan. Is that true?
I don't know. Maybe you're talking maybe about zoning, but I'm not sure.
Well, let's talk about zoning, because we had an issue with zoning, didn't we?
Yeah,
when we tried to get our business license over in the Commonwealth. Mm-hmm. What was the problem that we were having?
Everything was a problem.
Like what?
Just trying to open a business in Saipan was a problem. I think it was trying to open Kandit in Saipan. I'm sorry. Yeah.
No, but what happened when you went to zoning?
He tried to. He told me I needed to do like 75 different things, which. So it was going to be a home business, right?
Yeah.
So he wanted the floor plan of the house. He wanted the lease agreement, or like the deed on it. And I'm just like, what does that even have to do with opening the business, though?
Did they want a fire inspection and all that other stuff?
They needed to do, and then they wanted the parking. So if you have grass, I was like, so is there grass like a parking? And then I get the business license, and a week later he emails me, did you still need help with this? I'm like, no, man, forget it.
So what we understand is that zoning is trying to stop this. The Commonwealth government is trying to stop these two billboards from being shown anywhere. And of course, hey, this is some damaging stuff when you show it to voters who are struggling, and they're just trying to make ends meet in the Commonwealth.
Well, so you can't have billboards without like a permit, or what?
I don't know, but apparently nobody else needs a permit.
Oh, just this one?
They got that violent guy's signature on there.
They got which one?
The violent guy that sits in a
Senate chamber?
Oh, at the time, Victor O'Cook was the acting lieutenant governor. The violent guy, Zach said. Man, I really want to meet him.
Yeah.
I want to meet Senator Victor O'Cook. He just like, okay, this guy is just untouchable, all right? Can we all just come to that conclusion that he has been caught on camera trying to assault Senator Paul Magnolia in the Senate chambers. And then, Senator Magnolia filed a police report for attempted assault or something like that. Nothing was done. Recently, when the day we were leaving Saipan, and that same morning, like all the good stuff happens when we're going to leave, he allegedly rushed Fabian Indalecio.
Oh, yeah.
In another alleged attempted assault, and a police report was filed and everything. Nothing happened.
Yeah?
Yeah, this guy's got the hookup.
I don't know. I don't got a comment about that one.
And he signed those documents. Anyway. So here are elections, differences between elections on Guam and the CNMI. I mean, I wish here on Guam we had the balls and the brains to do stuff like that.
Man, the burger was pretty good, though.
That does not even touch that billboard. Like, dude, the power bill. Wow.
Like, imagine if someone did a billboard or like made shirts or something that had like Governor Lulian Guerrero, her bank grew by $1 billion or something like that. Like, it'd be a big thing that people will see. It's just very visible for everybody to see.
So why don't you guys have the balls?
Well, we're a news agency. It's not our job to do stuff like that.
The other political parties.
Oh, I don't know. It's things here are just like not as. That's why I said Saipan don't play.
This is kind of brand new, though. That's different. It's different.
It's ingenious, is what it is.
Same word that was on my tongue.
Who knows whose idea that was?
That's huge too. Damn.
How big is that billboard? Do you know?
Oh no.
Where is it?
I don't know.
It's not being allowed to be put up anywhere, so it's just staying at wherever.
Yeah.
Until
but, it's all over the internet. That's for sure.
Everyone passed out these pictures. Yeah. All right. So there was.
Yeah.
Oh no, go ahead.
No, I was gonna ask. Is there even a picture of the K-pop, or did they even get in?
Oh, that's what we're going to talk about just now. Is this K-pop issue? So, as we understand it, it's sort of related to the election, but so there was this group of K-pop stars, like 17 in a.
17?
Well, I don't know if they were all stars, but like there was an entourage
like
of 17
that free
people.
concert. You're talking about that free concert thing?
Yeah, there was supposed to be a free concert. Now, was it supposed to be by the Torres campaign or the Palacios campaign?
I think it was the mayor, right?
Mayor Apatang?
Yes.
So they were the ones that were trying to bring in this K-pop so that they could have a concert for everybody, I guess?
I guess for the Manhobins. Oh, that makes sense, like to get votes from the younger people.
But was it a campaign thing or was it the mayor and his official...
He was going to throw a free show for the community.
Oh, for the community. Okay, so not necessarily a campaign thing then.
I don't think so. I don't know.
Okay, well, it was a private thing. It's not like government funds are being used, but where the government's involved, it's not the local government. It was the federal government. And apparently, so I got this from source information, and I noticed that people were really bashing the U.S. Customs and Border Patrol people. And, I kind of wanted to come to the defense of the people over at U.S. Customs and Border Patrol. It's not like they're the federal government; they don't need defending, right? But just to be fair,
that's for sure.
to be fair, because these are people who live in Saipan, and they have families and all this stuff, and you don't want people being bashed like for unfair reasons. When you are dealing with foreign nationals, there are certain procedures and protocols that you have to follow. And from what I understand of this issue is that in order to come into the CNMI under the visa waiver program, there are certain sorts of documents that you need to fill out ahead of time. And these people, when they were making their way over from Korea, they didn't have those documents. And so from what I understand from source reports is that they got a call while they were mid-flight to tell the entire entourage, when they ask you at customs, just say that you're there for travel and leisure, because then they would be able to come in, right? And it would have worked, except that one of the people didn't stick to the story. One of the people was like, look, I have a reputation to protect. I'm not going to be caught lying, and I don't want the people of my country to say that, that I did this fraudulent thing. And so this one person told the truth and said, look, we were told to whatever. We're not here for travel and leisure. We're here to work. We have a contract, and showed the contract. And so, these people, they had a choice. It was either tell the truth and you get sent back to Korea, and you're able to, come back. You can redo the paperwork. You can come back and everything, right? Otherwise, if you don't tell the truth, we're going to find out. We're going to send you back to Korea, and there's going to be some kind of tag on their names that will prohibit them from flying into the United States, anywhere in the United States for 5 years. And so that would have been very damaging to their careers as K-pop artists. And so it was this big fiasco. And, the U.S. Customs and Border Patrol people were being blamed. Like, why didn't you let them in? Why didn't you just grant them the waiver?
Oh, yes. I remember that. I saw that on Tribune.
But, the truth is that they couldn't. They would be breaking the law if they did. And so, I don't know if this was supposed to happen before the election. Maybe there will be a runoff. There'll be time. But there's still time to bring them back. They just have to follow the...
Oh, so none of them got that 5 years banned?
No, because they ended up telling the truth.
That's good.
Yeah. So, a crisis averted. But just in case people were still angry about that, I think it's important to to know that people just made mistakes. And U.S. Customs and Border Patrol, they were just doing their jobs. And things happen. I think people should be happy that the rules and the laws were followed. And that in an instance like this, you didn't have Governor Ralph Torres trying to break the law. Well, it's not like he would have benefited from it anyway, so he wasn't going to break the law for someone else that was his opponent.
Draw crowds over to Mayor Apatang. Apatang.
I'm totally going to say that.
I can't wait. It's November.
I know. I'm totally going to do that. The Apathangsgiving thing.
Maybe they should have just taken a page out of Victor Hukuk's book, or at least let him train them on how to answer.
On how to answer smoothly, and with charm, with absolute charm and confidence. What else? So what else? Is there anything else going on with the elections, or with all things Saipan, Tinian, and Rhoda?
Not that I know of.
No?
I don't think so. Am I missing anything?
I don't think so. Are we good?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, very cool. For Kandit News, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Troy Torres.
I'm Danielle Baza.
I'm Vicky Lintergezo.
Good night.
Night.
Hapade, Tiro. My name is Arno I. Palacios. I'm running for governor with Mayor David Apatang. This election would be a defining moment for the Commonwealth. We urge you to go out and vote so that we can rebuild the trust in our government, we can rebuild a sustainable economy for the Commonwealth, and rebuild a future for our people. We are number 2 on the ballot. Please vote. All the AD independent candidates that are running in this election so that we can rebuild the Commonwealth to what it's supposed to be. Thank you. Jesus Masi. Olamoy. Remember, number 2 on the ballot, AD 2022.
Afade Jantiro. Gahu si David Mundo Apatang. Palalaguzo pa Lieutenant Governor. Mahami muna dyan si Lieutenant Governor Palacios under the AD team, number 222. Por favor, encargo todos samjuni tatomarianas ni ajudun mijo. Nahiam nesta na oportunidad na tafanazo da mona na benajuda todos samjuni tatota ginig zamarianas. Aswam gin November dia 8, number 2 on the ballot, Viva AD, Viva Palacios Apatang, 2022. Donkulo na si Jus Masi, in Sengwai Jai Hamjo ginin Zalo Lung Kurasan Mami.
Viva Janta Support.